afternoon. Good Sunday afternoon. Welcome. Welcome to Jazzabrations Live. I'm your host, Linda Morgan. As always, I am here for this 1 hour Sunday ride, the first and third Sundays of the month. So much to talk about. I'm here by myself. I will not have any guests on the show because I have so much to get ready for the transitioning of this show for the new year. August 19th will be 1 year that I have been hosting this show here at Morris Media Studios. And boy, what a ride has it been. From legends to entertainers to movie stars, we've had them all here on the show. Jazzabrations Live, of course, was a medium that I started to be able to interview jazz and blues legends that I've honored in the past 8 years, as a matter of fact, 140 to date. And as a visionary always has new visions, things always come up, y'all. And I am so excited. I'm just going to put it right here at the top of the show that I will have a co-host starting August the 19th, our 1 year anniversary show. I want all my friends that came here to the inaugural show to come and toast with me on that 1 year anniversary. I had the place packed. Pastor Mark and Bonnie and Anthony and Charlotte and JJ and Latrice and Leroy Downs and Rita Edmonds, Loretta Shelby. And if I'm missing somebody, you can count it to my head and not to my heart. I'm going to pull up that picture on the break so that we could see who all was here. But I have woke up with a vision about this show. At first, I had a nightmare. Oh, I'm going to stop the show. Don't want to do it anymore. And then moments later, God said, no, you're not. Stop. I got you. And as I showed on my Facebook page today, as I was walking here to the studio, which is a 5-minute brisk walk from me. Hallelujah. All things that says, this is exactly what I need to continue to do and not stop. So with that being said, I am not stopping. I will continue the show every first and third Sunday of the month here, Jazzabrations Live from 3 to 4 p.m. Now here's for the great news. So as I was saying, back to this dream, the nightmare, then it came the dream. And God said, you just need a co-host. You need somebody to ride with you, to be there to keep lifting you up as you continue to do these shows. Somebody who has the same passion around jazz as you. And lo and behold, as I'm walking, talking to God, there on the ground, there's those 2 pennies. Whenever I see pennies on the ground, as I've share with you guys as I walk, that is God's way of showing himself to me and saying, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Great things are happening. I got you. And so as I picked up those 2 pennies off the ground, and I took a picture and I posted them on Facebook as I'm walking, continue walking, and lo and behold, my radio co-host shows up. None other than Mr. Tory Reese. That's right. Mr. Tory Reese, who lives literally around the corner from me, decided that he would co-host this show with me upon me asking him. Thank you, Tory. I am excited, over the moon. We're going to have so much fun for the next year. I'm going to put up his picture so you guys will know exactly who I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, he wanted me to announce that he's doing a Nina Simone screening this evening at 5 o'clock at his house. If you know Tory, Brandon Reese, and you know where he stays, then you can hit me up or hit him up and let him know that you're coming by. I will, you could let us know here by calling in 323-293-3375, and I'll let him know that you're coming through. Or if you know Tory directly, hit him up, let him know that you heard about it here on the radio, and that you're coming by for the Nina Simone movie screening at his house. Again, I am excited. I'm over the moon. I'm over the top, because when God gives me a vision, I execute and make it happen. Now, that's the best news on the top of the hour. So as I was laying in bed again, getting ready to come to this show, got an email. Looked at my phone. It was from one of our legends, Miss Kathy Siegel Garcia. She's always doing big things, big shows everywhere. And so this email was in particular. And so a person that's in this email, I can't really talk about it yet because I haven't gotten a confirmation. But I always put things out in the universe, and God either says yes to me or he says no. So with that, I had another vision, because last night at the City Club was amazing. That's what this show today is. All I'm going to be talking about is the David Cunningham Jr.'s Jazz in the Sky. We had an amazing time last night again. This is our third one. We have one more scheduled for the year. So I'm letting you know right now, October the 20th, save the date, because we had a ball. Les McCann threw down, Donald Dean on drums, Charlie O on saxophone, and Mikhail Majid on piano. And Mary Bogue brought up the rear and tore it up. When I say we brought the house down on fire, literally, for those of you who was there, you know what I'm talking about. We had a ball as usual. And so it was a challenge, but it was great. I didn't realize how many legends fear heights. Fear going up to 51 flights of stairs. Fear looking out windows. Fear of elevators. And so last night was a clear indication to me that perhaps the City Club will not be the venue for me to continue the legend work. And so when this email came through this morning, I picked up the phone and I called Kathy and I said, I got this vision and I'd like to make this happen. She got me connected on the phone with somebody else. We said, let's talk about it. Let's make it happen. So look out in the near futures for the Living Legend Jazz series to go on the road and continue that legacy of work. Because this work still has to continue. And whether I'm doing it or not, I think it still needs to happen. And so I'm going to partner prayerfully with others, and we're going to continue the work in a grand way. So stay tuned for that. And we have this platform here on the first and third Sundays where we will be interviewing and showcasing and talk about the future jazz and blues legends that we will be honoring in the Jazzabrations series. So God gives me great visions. He expects me to act on those visions, and that's what always comes to mind with me. So stay tuned, you guys. Sit back, hold on. It's coming. Great things always come to visionaries. And that's, as I'm talking about this visionaries, I'd like if you're a visionary, call me. 323-293-3375. Come say hello to me. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. I know that I'm a visionary because I see things in my sleep. I experience them while I'm walking and talking with God. And behind that vision, I then put it into action. All the things that I've done over the past 8 years, most of them have come out of visions. And being able to just take those visions, put them out in the universe, and then making something happen from them. So I know all my friends may not be on the computer or at their desktops, or you can see it on the phone. But if you're out there, call me, 323-293-3375. I'll be here for the next 45 minutes. I'm going to put, Lamont, we're going to try something. If you could put up the first Jazz in the Sky flyer for me while I'm talking. Can we do that? Can you put up the first Jazzabration flyer on the screen as I'm still talking? We're going to try something new here. So this show, like I said, is all about me talking about the David Cunningham Jr. series. And so in January, we launched this series. It's the first one with January, right? That's the last one. But yes, there we go. This flyer right here was the beginning of the Jazz in the Sky series. Billy Mitchell came in and tore it up. He had a quartet with him. It's escaping me who was even on that show. But that was the beginning of the David Cunningham Jr. Jazz in the Sky series. We had a ball on the first one. The second one, we even had a sold-out crowd. We had John B. Williams. We had Phyllis Battle. We had Bobby Pierce. And who was that fourth person on there? Oh, Don Littleton on drums. That was a sold-out show as well. And then we rounded it up last night with Les McCann, Mary Bogue, Donald Dean, and Mikhail Majid to another sold-out crowd. This show is phenomenal. Daryl Brown, U.S. Bank, thank you for being our wonderful sponsor of this event. Anthony Penn, Pastor Captain Anthony Penn, thank you so much for your sound equipment and your technical expertise for every show, being there, making sure that the musicians sound well. Thank you, Elena, Preston, our member coordinators at the City Club who helped make everything go well. I tell you, these two little young individuals are phenomenal. They keep it moving with a smile. The roof can be on fire, and they are still, literally, when I say this, they are still calm, cool, and collected. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm going to bring some pictures and show you some pictures of possibly last night and some of the other shows as well. But we had a ball. This series is going great, and look out October the 20th. We'll be right back. I'm your host, Linda, here on Jazzabrations Live.
In a sentimental mood, I can see the stars come through my room, while your loving attitude lights up a flame that lights the gloom on the wings of every kiss. Drifts a melody so soft and sweet in this sentimental bliss. You make my paradise so complete. Rose petals seem to fall, it's all like a dream to call you mine. Ooh, my heart's a lighter thing since you made this night a thing divine. In a sentimental mood, I'm within a world so heavenly, and sentimental, sentimental me.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Linda Morgan, here on Jazzabrations Live at this Sunday afternoon here at Morris Media Studios. And it is a blast as always. As I entered into the commercial break, we talked about our series at the City Club downtown LA and the wonderful help, the team that I have, Elena, Tan, and Preston Sam, two amazing individuals that help all the members put on great events at the City Club. And we, again, like I said, we had a packed house. Thanks to all the staff at the City Club for your phenomenal hard work in making sure that we had all that food out. Oh my God, I saw plates of jambalaya flying around. The hush puppies and greens, which is a signature item that I added to our menu that night, was off the chain. They had gumbo, they had ribs, dessert plates was flying everywhere. And so it's amazing how we had more guests than we had members at this particular club, which was unusually different. But it was great because so many guests of a few members actually got to see Les McCann. And I'm telling you, you had jazz aficionados like Mr. Patrick Harris there and his guests, and Gloria and her guests, and Rochella and her guests, Kathy and her guests, Dr. Natalie Sanders and her guests. So the few of us, we packed the place with our guests. And so it was just amazing to see. Larry Alquist, our general manager, is the coolest cat on the planet. Thank you, Larry, for allowing us to have this great opportunity there at the City Club. And like I said, we're going to try to put up a collage of some pictures, if we can, just to give you a look of some of the pictures that was shot last night. Thank you so much to William Byers, my great friend videographer, photographer extraordinaire who came and took some few shots. Somebody's calling? Okay. So he came and took some pictures for us, and these are a few of the shots. I think these came from William as well. So we're going to roll those as I'm talking, and I'll tell you who's in the pictures and show you. This is Mr. Cunningham Jr. himself. The night that I had that dress on was a day at one of our chairman's happy hours that I met Mr. Cunningham, and we talked about the series. And he's gone on to be in glory, but we know that he was there with us and that he blessed the evening. His wife, Sylvia, thank you so much for coming out. And his son, Sean, was there, and his other son. Oh, it's escaping me, but they were in the house. They got up and they talked. If you show me the next picture, I think it was, there's Mrs. Sylvia and his two sons on the right, along with Donald Dean and Daryl Brown there in that photo, and Miss Terry Davison, who is a huge Les McCann fan, and that's Les sitting down in front, of course. So when I say we had a ball, they had a ball. She came over and brought her sons over to tell Les how Mr. Cunningham wouldn't have nothing else going on in their house but jazz. He wouldn't let them play anything other than jazz. And then, of course, we have the shot. There's Charlie O on sax. Can't really see Mikhail Bungie back there on the keys, but there's Donald rocking in the blue on drums. And over there on the right, I see Anthony Penn scratching his head. But he was our sound engineer. Thank you again for just making it an incredible night. And then as we round out the photos, this was a classic moment of Daryl Brown sitting across talking to Les McCann and just enamored with, Les has a photo album, a photo book that he has taken photos all over the world throughout his career. And he has put those in a book, and they were sitting there talking about him. So this is just to show you the magnitude of the evening, that we had a great time. And so, like I said, I'm excited. Somebody text me. I'm out the moment. Okay. So, it was just a great time. And I'm so excited to be able to have brought this to the City Club. We, like I said again, everybody was very excited. Everybody was very overjoyed with the entertainment, and it went off as planned. We did have a little hiccup, but it didn't stop the night. There's Miss Terry sitting there enjoying the sounds of the band. Look at that backdrop as overlooking the city. We have an incredible view from the 51st floor of the City National building in downtown LA at the City Club. We gave away great prizes last night. I got a flyer that I'm going to put up, and it's about a seafood extravaganza that we're going to do. My birthday is at the end of this month, so we gave away free invitations to join me at the seafood buffet at the City Club on July the 27th at 7 p.m. When I talk about seafood, if you are a seafood lover, you come to this seafood extravaganza and you are going to be in seventh heaven. I love me some crab. I love me some lobster. And so I am going to get sick on that day eating this seafood lobster buffet. So if you'd like to join me, just let me know. Call me, 323-293-3375. I'll be here until 4 o'clock here online. Well, you know my number. Hit me up, 562-762-6441. You can hit me with a text and let me know that you'd like to go. And I can shoot the details and the flyer to you. I'm going to put the flyer up when we come back off a break and show you what it is entailed on this menu. But you do not want to miss it. If you was there last night and I talked about it, people were asking me for the details. We hadn't even created the flyer yet. Elena Tan, with her phenomenal little self, she went and made the flyer on as quickly as that and got it out. So, Elena, this is all about you and Preston. You guys are amazing. The work that you do with all 1,500 members that we have, part of City Club, keeping all these balls in the air, you do a very great job. And I am honored to be a member of the City Club, to be on 8 committees, to be included in so much of the legacy of the City Club at this time in my life. And so I'm just here talking about the jazz series that we have last night. It was incredible. If anybody was there last night and you're listening to the show, call in. Let me know. Share your thoughts with the audience. 323-293-3375 and give your experience. So I don't have to be the one who talk about it, but you can let our fans and friends know what a good time you had. But like I said, it was so amazing. We had a packed house and everything was just flowing as expected. And so October the 20th, save the date. I'm telling you way in advance. October the 20th, save the date. We will sell out on this one. Our good sponsor, Daryl Brown, has secured the entertainment. So we look forward to making this another sellout event. And you can bet your bottom dollar, as Don Cornelius would always say, it's going to be a stone cold gas up in the City Club in October. So I'm going to take another little break because this hour is rolling by really fast. And we'll be right back. And I'm going to pull up that flyer for the seafood extravaganza and let you know what I'm talking about. I'm your host, Linda Morgan, here on Jazzabrations Live on this Sunday afternoon at Morris Media Studios. And my engineer, LaRon, is rocking it. We trying some new stuff today. So we just making it happen, me and him here in the studios. We'll be right back. Welcome back, y'all. On this Sunday afternoon, my name is Linda Morgan. I'm your host. If you're just joining us here on Jazzabrations Live at Morris Media Studios. Me and my studio engineer, Lorraine, we are just rocking it here today, doing some things, testing out some things. As I talked about in the beginning of the show, many new developments. We're talking about the Jazz in the Sky series. Talking about having a new co-host. Let's throw that picture up so I can put a face with the name so that you'll know who my co-host will be starting August the 19th. Our 1-year anniversary show. None other than Mr. Torrey Brandon Reese. There he is. He has agreed to be my co-host. We're going to take this show to a whole nother level. When I say we are going to rock it here, we're going to rock it. And I'm excited. It's amazing as I was walking here. He's doing a screening, like I said, tonight at his house, Nina Simone screening. If you'd like to come to the screening, hit me up. Hit me up on the Facebook page or hit me up on my phone, 562-762-6441. Let me know you'd like to come out on a Sunday evening with friends and watch the Nina Simone tribute. And so I'm excited about that, starting August the 19th, my 1-year anniversary of being here on Jazzabrations Live. And like I said, I have another exciting episode coming in my life with the Living Legends series, taking off and partnering with others and making it grand. So I look forward to those announcements in the future and making sure that jazz and blues lives on in the hearts and minds of future generations. I was so excited to see little Miss Darren Dean last night. She came out. I was hoping that she would have got a chance to sing with Les. But then you know what she said to me? She said, Miss Morgan, we just need to do a Young Lions show. And I said to her, absolutely. So next year, look out. The July, David Cunningham Jr.'s Jazz in the Sky will be our Young Lions. Because I know David would have liked to have listened to the young and future generations as well. And as long as I can give a platform to them, then we shall make it happen. So Darren Dean, there you go. I put it out there publicly. I'm already claiming it. And we will make it happen. She's off to school out of the state, so she's only here in the summer, so it will be perfect. I know that, if I'm correct, she will be at the Central Avenue Jazz Festival at the end of this month. That's going down on the 28th and the 29th, I believe, Saturday and Sunday, the last Saturday and Sunday of this month. Central Avenue Jazz Festival is on and cracking. Have lots of artists that are appearing on there. We got Ernie Andrews is a staple there. He's appearing. Betty Bryant will be on the show as well. I believe Roy Gaines and his Blues Tuxedo will be there as well. So those are 3 of our legends that I know for sure will be on the show. So definitely it's a free festival. You can get there by transportation. And I'm not plugging into, I'm not getting paid by Metro or any of that. Uber, none of it. But it's the best way to get around for me. I don't have to worry about nobody picking me up and dropping me off. Uber and Metro are my best friends. As I sit here on this Sunday afternoon. How y'all liking this new hair color? I know they was all laughing, saying last night, oh, how it looks great. I've always gone blonde in the summer, especially in July for my birthday month. I don't celebrate every birthday. I only put special emphasis on 0s and 5s. So this year, yes, I will be 57. So the big party, the big reveal will be in 3 years when I'm 60. That's right, y'all. I will be 60 in 3 years. Another interesting thing to talk about, my little 17-year-old, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, got his little self over in South Africa right now, and I barely have heard from him. But that's all right. Mommy is cutting the umbilical cord, letting him enjoy himself over there in South Africa with his friends. And I know that he's having a good time because he's just too excited to reach out and send me a text message, even though I changed his phone to make sure that he had unlimited texting and an international plan. But, that's just a mama. So I'm going to let him be. When he come back in a week or so, I'm going to blast him, y'all. I'm going to blast him. I'm going to bring him on the show and blast him. Because I am worried, sick, but I am letting it and trusting God that he is okay. I'm hoping that he goes away a young boy and comes back a young man. That is my vision. That's what I'm putting out in the universe. And I know that that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to relinquish that to God and not think about it anymore. But I just thought I'd say that because Aaron Morgan, my son, got off on a well-attended trip. And so I'm just saying to you, son, I hope you're having a great time. We have a caller calling in. Who's on the line? Thank you for calling. This is Linda.
Good afternoon. This is Charlotte. How are you?
I can't even hear because I don't have on headsets. I forgot my headsets. Hold on 1 second. We're live and in color. Let me get my headsets on.
Okay.
Yes, we're live. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Melinda, it's Charlotte.
Hey, Miss Charlotte, how are you, dear? Y'all, this is my lifeline right here calling in. Thank you for calling in.
I'm good. Recuperating from yesterday.
I know it. This is my ride or die. She helped me get them musicians up them 51 flights of 51 floors with their equipment, just making sure that they was taken care of. Thank you so much again, Charlotte. You my ride or die.
You know you are always welcome. Give me a call whenever you need some assistance.
Absolutely. So
if I'm able, I will be there.
Oh, thank you, dear. And what did you think about the show last night?
It was wonderful up until the alarm, but it was great. It was really great. Mr. McCann is always superb, and Mikhail Majid, and Mr. Owens, and Mr. Dean. Excellent.
Absolutely. And what she's talking about, the alarm, we had a little scare. A fire alarm went off at about the end of the show, and we had to walk everybody down 5 flights of stairs.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people, had difficulty coming back up.
Right.
So we lost some folks, and hopefully they all made it home safe and sound. We checked on as many as we could.
Right.
It was a wonderful evening, minus the little interruption, and I'm looking forward to more of these shows.
Oh, absolutely. And I was just saying earlier throughout the show, as I was laying in the bed and woke up to one of Kathy Siegel Garcia's emails. Are you on her email?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you saw that email that came out this morning. I can't mention who's in the email. Only those who are on the list would know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But that will hopefully be our next honoring.
That would be wonderful.
Yes.
That would be really wonderful. Looking forward to all of that involving that person.
Yes. So it's going to be amazing. Because I woke up with, just a lot of feelings and emotion as I was saying I was going to quit this radio station. I wasn't going to do it no more. And then I had another dream that said, you're not quitting. You're going to get you a co-host, and then you're going to make it continue. And then as I'm walking over here, those 2 pennies showed up on the ground, and I said, okay, God, that means to me, I got you. Okay, so now what's going to happen? So I'm continuing. Huh?
Yes.
And then I'm continuing to walking around to come over here to the studio, and then who do I see? Tori. I said, Tori, would you want to be my co-host? He said, absolutely, Linda. I said, see, God, okay, there you go. You just showed me why you told me you got me.
That's how he works it.
That's it.
That's how he works it.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thankful for Miss Little Elena. I just told her, she's out and about, so she can't call in. She may call in or not, but her and Preston, they always do the doggone thing, keeping everybody calm in the midst of a storm. Them two, all right, Miss Morgan. Okay, Miss Morgan, it's going to be okay, Miss Morgan.
You hear a lot of breathe.
When everything else is going crazy around me, them two keep me calm up there at the City Club when stuff is happening. So I appreciate them.
That is good. So you're covered. You're covered all the way around.
Oh, and I thank you and appreciate you. And if you're not doing anything, Tori is doing a screening of Nina Simone at his house.
Okay.
At 5:00, so it's right around the corner from me. So just put that out there if you're not busy.
Okay.
JJ is on her way to get me, and we're gonna go.
Okay.
Because you know she want to talk to me.
Well, I will keep that in mind.
All righty, dear. Thank you so much for calling in, and again, thank you for having my back last night and always.
You're welcome, girl. Love you.
Love you too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yes, that's my ride or die, Miss Charlotte Pope. And as usual, I hadn't even thought about nobody calling in. Cause as you can see, I didn't have my headsets on. So there would have been no way that I could hear that, we had a caller. But, things happen. You just keep it moving, keep it pushing, and keep right on going. So I'm 45 minutes in, y'all. We're going to play some more music, and we will be right back with you. Me and LaRon, we got 15 more minutes to rock it here on Jazzabrations Live at Morris Media Studios. We'll be right back. And I'm going to have that flyer when we come back to talk about the seafood extravaganza. Okay, see you in a minute.
In a sentimental mood, I can see the stars come through my room, while your loving attitude lights up a flame that lights the gloom on the wings of every kiss. Drifts a melody so soft and sweet in this sentimental bliss. You make my paradise so complete. Rose petals seem to fall, it's all like a dream to call you mine. Ooh, my heart's a lighter thing since you made this night a thing divine. In a sentimental mood, I'm within a world so heavenly, and I never dreamt that you'd be loving sentimental me. this night a thing divine. In a sentimental mood, I'm within a world so heavenly, and I never dreamt that you'd be loving sentimental me, loving sentimental me, sentimental.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Linda Morgan. This has been an exciting day of information about our David Cunningham Jr.'s Jazz in the Sky series, about me and the possibilities of having a co-host, Tori Brandon Reese. Thank you for accepting to be my co-host for our upcoming year. It will be 1 year of doing this show on August the 19th. And so I look forward to introducing you as my new co-host as we take this show to the next level. We talked about the partnering of continuing the legacy of jazz and blues legends. Stay tuned, y'all. This is going to be so exciting. If you are on if you're on Kathy Siegel Garcia's list, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we got a caller. Thank you for calling in. Who's calling in?
It's moi, J.J. Burton,
Hey.
singer, songwriter extraordinaire, and of course my side gig, certified nurse assistant private care that
Yes.
I love with my little vets.
Yes.
All of that.
Thank you for coming last night. What did you think about last night?
Oh my gosh, I thought that it was just over at the top, which it was, you know. It was just wonderful. I had a ball. It was so nice. I mean, that skyscraper up there, I mean, just looking over, I mean, it's just beautiful, especially at night.
I know it. And I was talking to Kathy this morning, Kathy Siegel Garcia, and I said, you will not be, I'm amazed at how many of our mature seniors are afraid of heights, can't do heights, don't do elevators. I said, so I got to come up with another spot for them to be able to come and enjoy some great music.
Yeah.
And so stay tuned for that.
I sure will.
That is going to be amazing. And Tori, and I was telling you earlier at the top of the show, I was having nightmares and dreams. I had a nightmare that I was going to stop doing the show. And then God said, no, you're not.
All right.
You're not.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He said, what you need is a co-host. And I said,
Right.
okay, God, where am I going to get a co-host who loves jazz and who want to do this with me twice a month? And he said, don't worry about it. I got you. And as I was walking here, of course, I showed the 2 pennies that I found on the ground. That's my sign. Anytime I see it, he tells me, I got you. Mm-hmm. And so I'm walking here. And who do I run into? None other than doo-wop extraordinaire Tori Brandon Reese, who lives around the corner from me, who can walk to the studio with me, and he agreed to be the co-host. So you were here at the inaugural in August. So
Right.
I will be sending out an invitation. We will do our champagne toast to toast the show for 1 year, and starting with my new co-host, Tori Reese.
All right.
So that is going to be exciting. So there he is right there on the screen. I'm excited that he decided to accept my invitation to be my co-host. And so I am looking forward to the new possibilities that happen overnight with Visions.
Right.
And so you look out, sister. I know you're on your way to get me. The show will be wrapping up in 5 minutes. We're going to go out and have some Sunday afternoon delight. as we go and look at the Nina Simone movie tribute and possibly go listen to us some jazz out in the city.
Okay.
So I look forward to you.
All right.
And thank you again for coming and making last night as spectacular as it was.
Wouldn't have missed it for the world. I mean, I had a ball. I'm so sorry that a lot, of the other legends and so forth could not make it because,
right.
I mean, they would have super enjoyed it,
Yes.
One of the guests, of course, was there. She didn't like heights either. She was sitting by the window all the time, although she was faced towards, the people. So I don't think she really cared after a while.
Right.
know?
And I think once you get over that fear,
right,
it sets you free.
Yeah, I remember once, I was performing, this time with my brother in Paris. And so my sister-in-law, she came out as well. And so we went to the Eiffel Tower. Now, the Eiffel Tower is much higher than where we were last night.
Right.
And I they went in, but between the floors, I think it's the third or fourth floor, somewhere around in there. But anyway, it's a lower floor where you can go in and eat, in the Eiffel Tower. And I refused to go up. They went all the way up, stayed up there for the longest, and I'm downstairs, and I was like, should I go up? Should I go? No, that's just too high. But I just couldn't do it. But I went somewhere else. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I was born, in elevators. I was born and raised in Chicago, so, we have, like, elevators and things like that in the buildings we lived in and all that. So elevators, things like, and heights really don't, scare me. But the Eiffel Tower, for some reason, did. But I said, you know what? That's not me. I'm not going to do that. I went to another building that was, not as tall, but it was just as tall, but not quite that tall, or either 50-something floors. But it had enough floors, I think like 30 or something. I went in there, and I went all the way to the top, and then I kind of overcame it.
Yeah, and that's all it would take is for you to, maybe you have to be blindfolded, and brought into the elevator and taken up, and by the time you get up on the floor, it'll be over. But
right, that elevator's so fast.
Yes.
You're up there before you know it.
Exactly. And so I knew after last night it's a challenge to get people up there.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We're going to be on level ground. I'm putting together some partnerships that's going to be amazing. I've already put it in the universe, and I know God has already said, I got you. So I'm looking forward to that. Are you on Kathy Siegel Garcia's email?
I think so. I don't know. I think so.
Okay, well, if you got an email this morning, then you are on it. If not, I will forward it to you. But I can't really say who the next honoree will be until I get an acceptance. Mm-hmm. But you are going to be amazed. And it's going to be an incredible time honoring this person.
I know it is, because all your shows are amazing, the honorees. And, it's just that, whenever I can, whenever my schedules permit, it's like, no, I got to go to Lynn Moe's thing because I know it's going to be off the hook.
Oh, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you in a moment. I'm going to wrap up this show. Thank you for calling me, and we're going to have a ball on this Sunday after Jazzabrations Live. Thank you, my dear, and I'll see you in a minute.
My pleasure, darling.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
So as always, it has been my pleasure being here on Sundays. And like I said earlier at the top of the hour, I had a nightmare that I wasn't going to do the show anymore. And then I had a visionary dream that, yes, you are going to continue the show and you're going to need a co-host. And I'm thinking, okay, God, you put these visions in my head, but you don't tell me anything. But he just shows me, by the way, this is just me. I don't know how he shows up in everybody else's life, but this is how he shows up in my life. As I'm walking, no matter where I'm walking to, how short the path, he will show me 2 pennies on the ground. 1 penny, 2 pennies, it doesn't matter. When I see those pennies on the ground, that's to me is my confirmation that he's telling me, I got you. Don't worry about a thing. And as I was walking over here, he showed and laid out everything that I was envisioning in my head. in the nightmare as well as in the visionary dream. So I always say to people, don't be afraid to share your visions. Some people say, don't share your visions. You don't know who you're sharing them with. If you trust and believe in God, He got you. So no matter if the devil, you share them with the devil, God got you. That's your beliefs. So again, that's how I vision things and have visioned it for quite a long time here in my little humble 56 years. I'll be 57 at the end of the month. Oh, before we end, put the seafood flyer up for me, LaRon. We're going to talk about that really quick. See, this is the seafood extravaganza flyer. You guys probably can't see it, but I'm going to tell you what it says. It says, our spectacular dinner buffet has all your favorite seafood dishes, such as sushi, crab legs, and oysters. Not a fan of seafood? The buffet includes prime rib, pasta, and hot items. Remember, you can live a full life on an empty stomach. And it's only $79.95 plus. That $79 plus means tax plus our service charge. So it rounds up to being about $100. But, all you can eat seafood, who cares? Come enjoy it with me on July 27th for my birthday celebration. And as always, thank you, LaRon, for rocking and being my studio engineer here at Morris Media Studios. Hey, Mr. Morris, get well. Hope to see you soon. We got some new plans for the new year, and I look forward to rocking it out with you guys. So please share my video. Share the show, please, on your timeline. Share it. As you share it, others experience it and be able to join in with me. I'll be back on the first Sunday of August. I'm only here twice a month, the first and third Sundays. Thank you guys and have a great Sunday. I'm your host, Linda Morgan, here on Jazzabrations Live. Bye-bye.